Welcome back to our channel. The topic that we'll be discussing today is the deficiencies found by the government in Tesla's Giga Berlin pollution matter. But before we start, subscribe to our channel and don't miss any updates. To start with, are any one of you already aware of the issue of Elon Musk's new project? If not, then you've just landed on the right video. To be precise, in this video, I'm not only going to speak about the topic, but we'll cover the related part too. Hence, stay with us until the end of this video to learn how things are going for Elon Musk's new project and its possible outcome. Let me give you a brief introduction to the Brandenburg Gigafactory set in Berlin. To state the same, Brandenburg Gigafactory set in Berlin is Tesla's first manufacturing base in Europe. Yes, you heard it right. As it might seem a bit shocking to you because Musk is everywhere, but it did take him time to set the very first base of his project in Europe. In addition, it's also our most advanced, sustainable, and efficient factory to date. Of course, Musk doesn't like to compromise, and as a result, the planned to be completed this year, and talking of its operation, it will produce hundreds of thousands of Model Y cars and millions of batteries. But what is a gigafactory? Is it anything related to a bigger firm or anything close to as such? Why not better find it out? What is gigafactory? Stating facts, gigafactory is not a legacy phrase related to mainstream industries. As a result, it has become the backbone of modern and new generation clean energy companies. Yes, the term was originally coined at some point in 2013 by the fickle Tesla and SpaceX CEO Elon Musk in connection with the large battery production facilities being built by his electric vehicle company Tesla. Yes, the above topic and this one are interrelated, but this one is more specific in terms of explanation. To be precise, the gigafactory means a factory capable of producing thousands of gigawatts of energy end-to-end, ending the battery manufacturing process end-to-end, while it also commonly refers to large factories. Does it make sense? Yes, it does. Nevertheless, gigafactory is an epic factory anyway. It involves the end-to-end process of building commercial energy batteries and batteries from start to finish, from sourcing raw materials to having all the necessary instruments and materials in one place to producing finished batteries and batteries. It can be just said that the factory carries out all-in-one operation. As a matter of fact, the factory quite brings together multiple companies and entities that purchase components and combine highly specialized instruments with numerous business processes to enable such factories to operate. It is definitely this that requires the super factory to be absolutely huge in scale because it combines so many different elements together. However, it also makes the battery manufacturing process more economical because it doesn't require the high costs that may be incurred by transferring unstable energy processes from one place to another. I hope that was pretty understandable. With that, let's move on to the actual matter. Hence, we'll discuss everything we know so far. Giga Berlin supported with strict water usage restrictions. Let's start with the good part. Alright, so the information stated that according to media reports, the Tesla plant in Greenhead will receive the long-awaited final general approval of the Brandenburg State Environment Office, or LFU. As a result, there might be a problem for the manufacturers as there will be strict conditions in terms of water and possible accidents. To be precise, the information is not a scam, as it was accurately reported by the portal Business Insider with reference to multiple sources in the government sector. As a matter of fact, precisely after more than 800 objections to the factory and 3 rounds of public participation have been dealt with, it may be approved in November. Well, the dates might be announced soon as the month is close to an end. According to the report, this process was assumed to last until October, which is why the overall approval can only be obtained afterwards. Whereas it's said that the decision to support the factory was made by the small-circled officials involved with the issue. In addition, Brandenburg's Ministry of Economy, George Steinbach, has given the possibility of such approval as 95% in the middle of this month. While the Brandenburg State Minister, Dietmar Woidke, also stated in a recent DPA interview that the approval of the factory is imaginable this year. Hence, to meet the requirements, it is considered that Tesla will make adjustments to water and possible accidents subject to overall approval. Regarding the latter, it is said that it's mainly toxic pollutants of concern to regulatory agencies, the report asserted. However, the story is not over yet. At the end of the spring, a report had explained that the American electric car manufacturer was not fully prepared for possible accidents, and to me, that seems an obvious thing. Well, just now in mid-September, the Brandenburg State Environmental Agency also granted Tesla 2 early approvals related to the Greenhead Gigafactory. Yes, Tesla is close to getting started with their project, but the deal hasn't been made yet. To be precise, the authorities now allow the construction of a completely modified building envelope, including changes to the storage hall that is now used for battery production. In interest, Tesla can build multiple basins for rainwater and firefighting water. However, let me take you to the start of the actual matter. The matter and issues that objected to Elon Musk's project. Tesla remarks 395 environmental objections to Giga Berlin. Speaking about this matter, in the third public participation approval process for Tesla's proposed Glenhead vehicle plant, 395 new opponents raised objections to the proposed superfactory. Therefore, it was precisely necessary to hold a new public hearing. As a result, the Brandenburg State Environmental Office has decided to arrange another hearing to discuss objections. However, this time the date was conducted online because of a large number of opponents and the current corona regulations. Going back in the month of September, on day 13, it has been mentioned as a possible date. However, it was then considered that the discussion can start earlier, but it may also take longer, maybe even a few weeks. As written by local German publication RBB, referring to a spokesperson for the Brandenburg Ministry of Environment, the opponents, the authorities, and Tesla will discuss their objections during the online consultation. Adding on to the same, the spokesperson stated that those who raise objections might have the right to participate in the discussion meeting before they can actively participate, the spokesperson said. And information about the specific procedures is still to be announced. However, this online consultation doesn't seem to be a video conference. As RBB further wrote by citing its own information, it plans to handle all objections via email. To be precise, as the official stated, there will be no virtual conversations. As I already stated earlier, Elon Musk's plan has been criticized. Representatives of the Grünheit Citizens Initiative called the procedure undemocratic because there will be no real discussions. The representative stated that this means that effective citizens have no opportunity to directly express their fears, nor is it possible for them to eliminate their fears. Moreover, they continued explaining that online solutions may exclude the elderly who cannot cope with technology. Nabu also criticized online consultation, whereas with 395 objections in the third public consultation, the total number of objections rose to 809. In the first two public participation, a total of 414 people and organizations put forward objections. Although Grünheit's Model Y production is still suspended, also given that it has not received final approval, Tesla has launched a new version of Model Y in China, after Tesla received approval from the Chinese government in July to produce and sell the Model Y standard range in the country. The new basic version of the model has now begun to be delivered. Besides, this version may be exported to Europe soon. It's equipped with a 60 kWh LFP battery and a battery from CATL. After subsidies, the price starts at 276,000 yuan or 36,180 euros. We have complied more information about Model Y SR here. Earlier, the new opposition hearing, originally scheduled for September 13th at the Tesla factory in Grünheit, is expected to begin at least 10 days later as early as September 23rd. However, Brandenburg's Environment Minister Axel Vogel said that to do this, Tesla must first submit unfinished documents. In addition, as everyone knows, Brandenburg hopes to provide 120 million euros for Tesla's battery production in Grünheit, according to reports. Tesla can count on a total of 1.135 billion euros for this purpose. Later, although the final approval of the plant is still awaiting, Brandenburg's Minister of Economy, George Steinbach, now considers the possibility to be 95%. In addition, the Brandenburg State Environmental Agency granted Tesla 2 early approvals related to the Grünheit Gigafactory. Therefore, the construction of a completely modified building shell is allowed, including changes to the storage hall that's now used for battery production. In addition, for example, Tesla can build multiple basins for rainwater and firefighting water. Hence, after being criticized by environmental organizations, Brandenburg decided to repeat online discussions about its objections to the Grünheit Tesla factory. The Brandenburg State Environmental Office, or LFU, announced that for reasons of legal certainty, online consultations on the emission control permit procedures for Tesla motor plants will be repeated. The announcement of the start of the online consultation was then said to be released on October 25th, but it got shifted on November 2nd. Looking at the current scenario, LSU did not specify in the announcement the possible legal uncertainties and the possible targets of legal action against the final approval. However, Tesla may speculate that the time between the announcement of the first test and the start of the test may be too short. This was all about it. Thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please like it and subscribe to our channel. Please let us know your thoughts in the comment section.